Stole the Moon is an interactive musical picture book app. It's a story about little Bertie who dreams about becoming an astronaut. This is what you'll see in the App Store, Who Stole the Moon by Windy Press. Let's go ahead and open it. All right, so we open up to a page here that shows us this is Who Stole the Moon. I can play a little bit here. I can move around. So the interactive features have already started on our home page. Please note in the settings, we can actually pick our language. So we have different languages available. I can pick if I want the music on or off. And then I can pick if I want the person to talk or not as we go through the storybook. So let's continue. I turned the sound on. I'll turn it off in a few minutes, but I want you to hear it. So we have 4 different features. The about is simply just what is this app, and it gives us some other options, songs on iTunes, things like that. Okay. We have the book we can read, we have games, and then there's songs. So let's go to read first.
Bertie Brown is a very lucky boy.
So this is Bertie Brown. So notice it read to us. Oh, I can pop up some really fun things here. So again, I can play and interact on the page. Lots of cool things popping up for us. Gives us a chance to practice that touch, single finger touch on the screen. All right, we can move on.
He has a skylight in his bedroom, which means he can see the sky when he lies in his bed.
Okay, so now this is cool because I can start interacting with aspects on the screen. I can move the plane back and forth. I can spin the globe. I can make some stars in the sky. I can turn the light on and off. I can move the sock. I can even move a little bit on the screen. Okay. I'm going to turn the voice off so we don't have to listen to that every time. So all I did there was just go here, toggle, and then I continue. All right. So continuing on in the story, we're not going to go through the entire story, but there's lots of cool features. So now it pops up the words. So I could read it to my child. So this is a way that you could then practice reading with them. They could read if that's a skill that is accessible to them, if they've learned to read. So now I can actually move. I've got kind of a telescope action. I can move that around. You can make the clouds go away. I can move, cloud go away. So then if I keep going, again, you just play. There's different interactive features on each page. This is a fun one. I like this one because you can actually make the animals make the noise. This might be one of my favorites. Then it goes into all the different animals. You can actually move the animals on and off the page just by holding and dragging. They'll go on and off the page. And then you have these little ladybugs down here that when you touch them, they become different colors. So this is, again, good practice for that single finger tap skill that's really helpful on an iPad. Here on this game, we're going to actually be able to try to catch the berries. So he was foraging for food, so we're going to help him catch just by holding and dragging. Okay, so that can work on that hold and drag feature. Here we can actually single finger tap and light up the little things on the ground, mushrooms, whatever you want to call them. And then again, we still have our little bugs popping through here that we can change their color. I can move the fox on and off the page, just like the hedgehog. Here on this page, I can turn the lights off. So now everybody's in the dark. There we go. Turn the light back on. I can drop items and break them. Kind of has a fun sound to it. I can move the foxes around on the page. Okay. They'll make little noises. So again, very interactive. All right, Badger, same thing. I can move him around. There's fireflies coming through. Here I can have him, he's eating the cat's food. I can actually open the door and then I have the cat inside, or maybe multiple cats inside. I can tip the bucket. I can make the birds fly. So on this page, you actually see some outlines of some animals. So if I touch those outlines, I actually get to see their eyes. So that's a fun, activity to be able to see if they can find the outlines. Here we have a molehill. So he's got the moon. Does he have the moon? Bertie's trying to find out. This guy's fun because he's shopping. So I can put things into his shopping cart. I can turn all the lights off. I can move him. Then we've got the owl, and he'll hoo. And I can actually move him around a little bit, move his background. Here, I like this one because you can actually move the whole background around, so it's fun to look. He tells what he's been doing. This is a fun one because it actually shows the clouds and it shows where the moon actually is. So you can kind of scroll through there, and I can also make stars in the sky, make the owl hoot. And then here we can actually practice moving, hold and drag. So some really good skills there to actually find the moon. So he's going to dream about the moon, and then he finds the moon. And then he goes to sleep and he dreams about becoming an astronaut. And then we actually get a rocket ship, and we can play with the rocket ship and take it through space. Okay. So some really cool features here in the reading of the story. Okay. We go home, and you may even find a few more that I didn't necessarily find. There's lots of fun interactive things to do on there. The other cool feature, so besides being a really fun interactive story, you also have some games. Okay. So we can do a game where we're timed for how many of the dragonflies we can catch. So here they're going to come on the screen. So this is a really good practice for that single finger tap. So when I touch them, they're going to light up. Notice it's timing me up here. It's figuring out how many I do. So I'm going to try to touch, give myself a little more time. You get the idea. I could also play a puzzle. Okay, I can do a puzzle. So notice I have some 3x3 options. I have some 5x5. I have 8x8 options. Okay. And these are very simple interlocking pieces that you can put together. They don't rotate, so that's a nice feature. What you see is what you get. So it's very easy, very simple to put together. And when it's all done, they'll get to see the complete picture. There we go. And it'll show you the picture, and then it offers you the chance to play again. I can also play memory. Okay, so this is a memory game. So I can pick different options. So I could have simpler options here. This is only going to give me, 12 cards.
Sure, I understand.
Or I could go back here. When you get down here, this is going to give you a much bigger field size to work from. So you can pick the difficulty level for that. And again, very simple. You flip the cards, they flip back around. You're looking for the matches. When you do get a match, it'll say match and it will leave them turned around.
I'm not sure I understand.
And then the last feature that they have is a drawing feature. So you can pick a picture that you want to draw. I want to do the snake. So it pops up the snake, gives me different options. So let's say I want to pick purple. It changes all of these to purple. And then what I can do is I can select which stroke I want. So this is going to give me sort of those fuzzy dots. This is going to give me a much thicker, stroke, some small dots. So you can see all different styles. So very, very fun to kind of fill in with the spirals, or maybe I want the bigger dots. So really cool feature. And then one of the things I like about this, I can actually save it to my photos. So image saved to camera roll and photo apps. And so then when I go to my photos, it'll be there. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. And then the last thing I want to show you on here. So those are 4 games that you can play in this. There are also songs. Okay. So I can actually, these are songs that are all throughout the story, or just that we can play in general. So I can either listen to somebody sing the story, or I can sing myself. So if I do listen, it's going to start playing the music. So I just like to point out that they do put the words up there. If you choose to do the feature where you're singing it yourself, it'll pop up the words, but nobody will sing and you can just sing yourself. Okay. All right. So that is the app. Um, and basically all about Bertie, who stole the moon, just for him to kind of figure out what's going on, and then some different fun and interactive games that you can play. Hope you enjoy Who Stole the Moon.